Hey guys, I said 45 minutes, color people time, so I'm on time. I'm so happy to be back. We're gonna get some questions popping off. Let's see, what question do I want to ask? You can only keep one. And guys, please don't get offended by these questions. This is just to have fun, because one thing about it, these people do not pay our bills, nor do they know us. So we're going to laugh and find humor and all of this messiness, because it is a lot to deal with. So if you guys have been following my page, we know about Diddy. Of course, if you've just been online, you know about Diddy and the video that was released. We also have Kim Porter's friend. Now, Kim Porter had a lot of friends. A lot of people briefly met her, briefly hung out with her, and they say that she was amazing. But all of them say the same thing, says that she was writing a tell-all book. And a lot of people has been outraged with her sudden, I don't know if I could say the word on live, her sudden unaliving. So we have someone who just came out and gave some juicy, disturbing details. And she just recently came back and provided clarity because her lawyers reached out to her based off her claims. She is also a journalist, and she's also was Osama bin Laden's mistress. Yeah, you heard that correctly. Then we have, there we go. We got one poll going off. Did it publish? No, not yet. Then we have Jayz. So I originally was going to talk about Jay-Z and Beyonce, about something completely different, but then something else came up on my radar. So I think we all know by now that allegedly there is a hidden son out there of Jay-Z's. This has been going around for years, that Jay-Z has an illegitimate son that he does not take care of, provide. He just allegedly paid the mother off. But a particular journalist who has been on Jay-Z and Beyonce's head recently did an interview with the mother and the son, and they're telling their stories, some things that happened really recently. And I think one of the reasons why he's hiding is because she was a teenager. He was 22 at the time. You know, I got my Taylor Port in my cup. Then we're going to get into Jay-Z and Diddy, best pals, what they have, like their power empire type thing that they have going on. As we know, people are alleging that Diddy has something to do with Kim's situation, and people feels like that Jay-Z has something to do with one of his mistresses, mystery went away-ish, and we're going to get into that. So it's a long documentary. We're only going to hit the main points, and we're going to talk about it. So I'm about to publish this poll to get you guys going. You can only keep one. Where is my poll? See, you know, every time I get to drinking a Taylor Port, I be a little discombobulated. Where is it? Did I publish it? There we go. I need to be able to see my comments, guys. If you have any comments, let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's get right into it. Get right into it. Make sure you interact with the poll. Let me know what you think. All right. Oh, before we get started, make sure you guys follow my blog. That is where most of my time is going to be spent, on the blog. I'm writing, covering stories, getting information out there, and you can also watch playback of my lives on the blog as well. Why is that? Well, Facebook be hating. But you know, I want to have my own platform where I'm able to connect with you guys. You can comment, it's not restricted. You can comment anything that you want. Of course, don't get too crazy. But you know, Facebook does a lot of shadow banning and blocking and all of those things. And I think it's important for me to be able to connect with you guys. And I think it's unfair because I'm just little old me. Also, with the recent situation with me and Cap Generals, with them copying and pasting my status. And guys, really, I laughed that off because, you know, I find something positive in everything. But when they just straight up said I was lying, now it's like little me versus big them. And, you know, in this little media world, I mean, news is going to circulate. Everyone gets ideas from everybody. But usually what happens is you read something and you create your own, because you're not selling the news, you're selling your platform, and people rock with you based on the way that you present it. So for them to even do that was just disgusting, because it's a team of them. It's only one of me. Anyways, let's get started. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, share, drop some hearts. Let's get this information out there, because I'm currently shadow banned. First up, we want to talk about Cassie. Guys, how do you feel about the video with Diddy and Cassie? A lot of people have mixed feelings about it. They feel like Cassie knew what was going on. Cassie, in so many words, they're saying that she deserved it. They feel like because Diddy was a rich man and she was young, that she was thirsty and a gold digger. They feel like, you know, she stayed for her own reasons. Wait a minute. Am I frozen? Let me know. Oh, I'm what the pill is just. There we go. There we go. We good. Yes. So a lot of people have their opinions on Cassie. Now, the lady, what's her name? I'm gonna give you her name right now, because Cola Booth. Yes, Cola Booth. As I mentioned before, her picture is gonna pop up. She was Osama right here. She was Osama bin Laden's mistress. So a lot of people really didn't take her seriously because they look at her as some type of garden tool. However, she has written her story. I think she was kidnapped and, you know, held against her will with him. But she has came forth and told her story about Kim Porter. Let's get into the statements that she just provided clarity on. So first thing first, according to Miss Booth, she says that according to Kim, back when Kim was alive and well, Kim allegedly felt like Cassie felt like she was better than the abuse, felt like it would never happen to her, and also had like a look against black women who look black, because I think Cassie is mixed. And she also went into saying that Diddy allegedly tried to make Kim sniff her or lick Cassie's tampon. She doesn't clarify if it was bloody or what, but allegedly that, and that allegedly Diddy always used Cassie's ethnicity against Kim Porter's skin complexion. So it seems like, you know, Cassie was just all hee ha ha, it's cute, it'll never happen to me, I'm his golden girl, and then Diddy ended up doing what he did to her. So that is where a lot of people are mixed in between, where they feel like Cassie deserved it. Now, me and my sister was having a conversation, and my sister believes that there's no type of karma associated with DV, meaning that whenever you go through a domestic violence situation, there's no such thing as being your karma. And I do agree with her. I don't think that it's a karma, but I think it's a learning lesson. I think that we all, you know, being 19 years old, you're inexperienced, you don't know much about life. So of course you may think, well, he'll never do that to me. We've all been there before. I have. I could be one of the first to admit I was one of those people that would feel like that someone would never treat me the way that they treated someone else, and baby, did life humble me. So when it comes to Cassie, I do see her a lot of empathy, and I think that she is doing she has the courage to do what a lot of other women has not had the courage to do. She has created public statements. She has released public videos, and she's getting it out there. However, I'm afraid that it's going to take a little more. Los Angeles police said that Diddy would not be charged for that because it happened in 2016. However, I think Cassie is trying to get social media on her side. Speaking of that, what's the difference between Diddy and R. Kelly? I haven't heard of anyone canceling Diddy's music. Maybe because he wasn't that great of a rapper, but that's just me. All right, so I caught you up. Let's look into what Ms. Booth has been saying, providing for clarity as far as her relationship with Kim Porter. And baby, it seems like she did not come back on her statement. She just pretty much said, I said what I said, and she's willing to stand by it. Let's get into it. So first thing she said, and guys, you can read it. I'm just going to paraphrase. So, Miss Booth was in Hollywood or whatever. And Kim came over to introduce herself because she was known as Bin Laden's mistress. And Kim pretty much wanted the juicy details. She wanted to know what. You know what I'm saying? And, so they ended up chatting for the event. Kim, of course, was a model. Then she ended up going out with Kim and her other two sisters. Then from there, they exchanged numbers because Kim wanted to audition for a TV show, and she knew that Loof was once married, that she had dated the producer of the show. And she offered to talk to him on Kim's behalf, and they exchanged numbers. Now, first off, listen, Kim Porter knew how to make connections, honey. And I think she learned from Diddy to make connections with those women who was attached to those men with status. So they became friends because Kim wanted a role in the TV show. And guys, we're going to skip through a lot of this. So her and Kim were in buddy where they went out a lot. They just talked on the phone a lot. And they went to some famous comedian's house. I feel like it's Chris Rock. I don't know. Because she said that the guy made very cruel remarks about her during the Bin Laden scandal. Yeah, so this is her experience with her, with Loof and Bin Laden. She says that she was kidnapped in Morocco by Bin Laden's men, and she was raped the first night, held against her will for 6 months, and she also experienced a gang rape. And she has also been in therapy. So she was once a model and she was kidnapped. However, people make a lot of jokes about her in that situation. And from that's where her and Kim Porter kind of connected. And she just talks about how people made fun of her and how Kim and Andre were the only two people who actually made her feel like a human. So I'm guessing that's where her loyalty from Kim came from. Guys, we get into the juicy part. All right. So she said on their very few first telephone chats, Kim Porter encouraged her to let it out. And from there, that's what Kim Porter began to vent. Ooh, she knocked off somebody. Okay, now she's gonna. All right, Janisha, I gotta watch my words. So yeah, they pretty much talk for every few weeks. She talked, and then Kim began to express about her deep love for Diddy, how she wanted to make it work with a black man for the community, for the public image of the community, and her desire to make it bigger as something. So pretty much what she's saying is that although Kim was experiencing what she was experiencing with Diddy, she wanted to make it work to be the model of black love, and also to help her get far in modeling. So guys, let me know. Let's start right there. What do you think about that? What do you think about women staying with an abusive man for, you know, whatever it is that they want? Please tell me if I'm saying your name right. Arifa. Cause I'm one of the girls with the unique names too. Arifa says he needs to be dragged the way they've been on Chris Brown since on. You know, I'm one of the people that's been on Chris Brown head and on his penis, because I love Chris Brown, you know, but I do have to be fair, because fair is fair. And I think a lot of people are just, you know, letting bygones be bygones with Diddy. So how do you guys feel about women staying with a man that has a lot of money for, you know, to get by in their career? Because that's pretty much what she said Kim Porter was doing, staying with her child's father to, you know, to I guess to have an image for the kids and for the community, and also because she needed his connection. So I think that's the same with Kim and Cassie, is that they needed those connections and they felt like it was a small sacrifice for a lifetime opportunity. All right, let's get back into it. This is where the accusations come in. Make it bigger because your girl is already blind. So Kim told me she wanted to write a book about her life, but she feared writing anything about Diddy. She has spoken to an editor in New York, and they made it clear that publishers can't buy a book from you if you're not going to give us the goods, the dirt. We want the dirt. Kind of sounds like what Superhead went through, Corinne Steffens went through when she was writing her book. This put horrible pressure under Kim Porter. I was already a successful television writer under contract to Sony and NBC at the same time. I ghosthead wrote the soap opera Days of Our Lives and was then moved to The Young and the Restless after Bin Laden scandal broke and sponsors began demanding that I be fired. So much was going on. It was terrible, but Kim was such a sister for me. She was on my side. So this is what she goes on to say, that Kim was afraid to release the book. Guys, and multiple people talks about this. And, you know, it hasn't been as out as Ms. Booth was. Yesterday when I watched a video of Diddy beating and stumping poor Cassie, dragging that poor girl like she was a rag down until she had carpet burns, it enraged me so much that I honestly felt like I heard Kim Porter whisper in my ear, "Now, Cola, now, it's okay, do it now." Kim Porter was unalive. She did not deserve what happened to her. And I am not the one that you can intimidate and make me back down from a fight. I know that's right, girl. I am an African mother of 2 sons. I am a good daughter of my wonderful adopted Black American mother. I am a Nahima some. Guys, don't get offended because I don't know how to pronounce this. As Cola Booth, I'm severely damaged, traumatized, and battered and misunderstood, and I am the most truthful woman that has ever set foot on American soil. Oh, I know that's right. Fuck what you heard. Cola Booth is the truth. Period, girl. She said she the realest bitch in it. That's pretty much what she's saying. So she strongly believes that Kim Porter was the pneumonia was orchestrated by Diddy. They feel like that Diddy has something to do with it, and that he wrote some stuff off to get the coroner's report to say that she died of pneumonia, which is kind of goes into the aligns with what's going on with Cassie and Diddy, is that for all of these years this attack was caught on camera, and allegedly Diddy paid $50,000 to have it removed. So they're saying that if he's able to do that, imagine what he possibly could have done to Kim Porter. Y'all let me know. For to create another poll. Guys, let me know. What do you think about that? Do you think Diddy has something to do with what you think? Guys, I really would like a live assistant because I don't even know how to save this stuff. I'm trying to create a poll. Let's see. There we go. All right, guys, bear with me. Guys, interact with the poll because I want to know what you guys think and we could talk about it. All right, let's go ahead and get on to the next topic. Guys, let me know what you think about that so far. We just getting started. It's just getting juicy. First off, thank you guys for tuning in with me on a Saturday night, because y'all could be outside right now. Y'all could be outside with the ballers. Y'all can be in sections. Y'all could be eating caviar, you know, because we expensive over here. Y'all could be really outside right now, and y'all are here with me. If you're on your way outside, hopefully, you know, this is some good vibes to get you to have a good time. Me personally, I got homework. I'm almost done with school, y'all. I graduate next month. Anyways, okay. Let's get into the next one. Yep. We done with that one. So first off, before we get into it, let me tell you this, baby. I love Beyonce. I love Jay-Z. I am a complete, total fan of theirs. I absolutely love them. I love their work ethic. I love what they have done for the black community. But this job ain't easy. See, I'm the type of person that I can love you to for life. I can love you to life, but I'm still gonna speak on the truth, and I hope that the people around me are the same. Guys, these we're gonna stop this poll. But guys, these allegations are just heavy. They are heavy. There's one particular journalist. So Jay-Z and Beyonce's lawyers, if y'all looking at me, if y'all listening to me, I have nothing to do with this. I'm just telling you what these folks said, and I'm gonna let you know who said it so you can go over there. Don't come at me because I didn't create this mess. Let's say that. There is a journalist who has had it out for Jay-Z ever since she had a winning story with, I don't forgot the lady name because Taylor Port. What is her name? Oh my God. Her name is Kayla White. Let me make sure. I could be wrong. I can't even type. Kathy White. Yep. Miss Kathy White. Very beautiful. Let's see if I can add a picture of her up here. So, guys, the story goes as follows. Jay-Z has had this mistress. She was one of the it girls in Hollywood at the time. Like what I'm doing online, she was doing that behind the scenes. Everybody loved her. She was sweet. She was loving. And she was messing with Jigga. She was messing with Jigga, okay? And he put her in position for a new job up in New York, and her coworkers thought that she was not qualified for the job, and they knew that it was that snapback that was getting her these positions with Jay-Z. So, after her and Jay-Z had been seen out for a while, word started getting around that she was his mistress. There we go. Miss Lady in the middle. And this is Claudia Jordan, if I'm not mistaken. Miss Lady in the middle is Kathy White. So it was getting around that she was his mistress, and this particular journalist reached out to her and asked her, and Kathy denied it. But the journalist was like, hey, look, we're going to publish your story regardless. So it's better off for you to have an upper hand on it and let us know what you want us to report. But we're going to report this regardless. You can come on as an anonymous source or as a close source. You don't have to put your name out there. The journalist says that within the next couple of days, she was reaching out to Kathy, and she called around to her job, and they told her that she died. And she died of an aneurysm. Now, this journalist was so upset because it happened so unexpectedly. Taylor, it happened so unexpectedly. And, you know, she was like, Jay-Z has something to do with it. Now, why would Jay-Z have anything to do with this? This was probably back in maybe 2014, maybe. The journalist alleges that Kathy reached out to Jay and told her, hey, this is what's about to happen. I'm about to do this this interview. You got to pay me off. That's what Kathy's co-workers told her, is that Jay-Z's mistress reached out to him and told him that she was going to tell every single thing or whatever, and she wanted some money, and they feel like they also feel like, which this is something I don't believe is far-stretched, they also feel like Kathy was actually pregnant at the time. They feel like B allegedly did the and took the baby, and Blue Ivy is actually Kathy's baby. I don't believe that, but y'all look at the pictures. Let me know. Y'all think Blue Ivy look like her in the middle? Nah, I just think Kathy looked like Jay-Z. I don't know. I just don't think that's possible. But that is the whole story, is that pretty much Beyonce being a Virgo, she was already pregnant and she was already planning this big reveal. There's no way that she would have allowed this woman to come out and say that she was the mistress of her husband that they're having this baby with, that she has been trying for years. That is the theory. That is the theory going around on TikTok and everywhere else. Now, how true is that? I don't know. Guys, I'm going to tell you this. I am one of those people. I am so logical. I always find something logic in everything. I don't know. I think it may be a bit coincidence. I do not think Blue Ivy's is Miss Kathy's. It's just, come on now, be for real. Now, do I think that maybe Jay could have because he knows how his wife is, how tight they are in the image? Possibly. Do I feel like it's a possibility that Jay-Z could have covered up for his wife? Possibly. And guys, there's some lyrics on the song. What is the name of the song? I'm gonna find it. There's some lyrics on the song with Beyonce where they feel like B was admitting to offing this woman. It's not Josie. Oh, it's called Daughter. And that's why they feel like the daughter isn't, Blue Ivy isn't hers. Don't even worry about it. Now, I thought they was capping on Twitter. I didn't really feel like my voice is carrying. I feel like they was capping on Twitter, but when you hear those lyrics and you hear this backstory, you know, Twitter be having your nerves bad because they always come with these new theories that kind of sort of make sense if you squint your eyes a little bit and you think a little hard. That's what it's given to me. It's given we're overthinking it, but it's entertaining and it makes sense. Let's put these lyrics in. Boom. The lyrics goes as follows. Now, this is a song called Daughter, and people were confused as to why these lyrics from Beyonce's songs on her new album. What does this mean? Now, granted, this could actually mean a live birth, and I think that's the beauty of it. Your body laid out on these, I don't know the melody. Your body laid out on these 50 floors. Your bloodstains on my custom contours. Bathroom attendant let me right in. She was a big fan. I really tried to stay cool, but your arrogance disturbed my solitude. Now I ripped your dress and you're all black and blue. Look what you made me do. They keep saying I ain't nothing like my father, but I'm the furthest thing from choir boys and altars. If you cross me, I'm just like my father. I am colder than Titanic water. What does this have to do with Blue Ivy? Guys, the name of the song is called Daughter. So, do you think Beyonce is you know, not that intelligent enough to make a song confessing to a murder? So people feel like that these lyrics was about Kathy White. Let me know what you think. Did Beyonce confess in her lyrics? Let's talk about it. Because I'm a huge skeptic and I love playing devil's advocate. I love going after the idea that no one is looking at. I don't believe it. Let me know. Anyways, okay. So, let's get into Kathy White and Jay-Z in his long documentary.
Pizzagate, the bogus news story suggesting that Bill and Hillary Clinton were running a sex...
Guys, the journalist's name is Miss Crocken. I'm getting old. I got a lot of acid reflux. The lady name is Miss Crocken. Please make sure you follow her. Look at all her YouTube videos because Miss Woman has put in a lot of work with these documentaries. And it's for free. I downloaded this off Twitter, guys. I was expecting to pay a lot of money. She has a vendetta out on Jay-Z because Jay-Z made her miss that bag. Okay? So let's go on and get into this documentary. I'm going to turn my camera off and catch a breather. I love you guys. Where my camera at? Where my camera at? Where my camera at? Oh, okay, there we go.
Ring. A lot of uninformed, gullible people. How can you be this stupid to believe that? The Twitter fight pitted supermodel Chrissy Teigen
and was going to tell her story. I want to give you my perspective as someone who covered this and was an insider and also talked to multiple sources then and years later about everything that happened between this woman and Jay-Z. And some of my sources, I will have you know, were very close to her and had a lot of inside information. These were not just random people that did not know her well. So, but before I get started, I want to talk to you about one of the products that I use. It's called Givaderm. People are that Jay-Z was allegedly having an affair with a woman named Kathy Coriana White. And at the
That's
time,
Kathy right there.
It had been reported in 2010 by Hollywood Street King that she was having an affair with Jay-Z. So my boss wanted me to look into this. He wanted me to find out if it was true and if indeed Kathy was having an affair with Jay-Z. So I looked into it and I managed to track her down. She was working for a company in New York at the time when I got a hold of her. And I had been told that she had just recently moved from California to New York. She talks so slow. And that this job that she had at this company was a new job. And this was not a company that she owned. Some people said that she owned a PR company, which she may have owned back then, but the job that she had, she was not the founder and or the owner of the company. What I was told is that she got a very cushy position at this company, and there were a lot of people that believe that Jay-Z had actually hooked her up with this job. And I will...
Jay-Z dropping bags and getting his bitches bags. No disrespect to Kathy White, rest in peace. We just say bitch as a term of endearment. I'm about to fast forward through this part though. Let's get to the rest of it.
Also say that I talked to some considering talking to me and telling me her story about her affair with Jay-Z. So a few days go by and I'm following up with her. I'm calling her and I can't get a hold of her.
First off, ladies, let me know. I don't know if we have a star as big as Jay-Z right now, but back in them days, would you be willing to talk against your multi-millionaire man that got you a job and that you just be going out having fun with? Would you be willing to tell on him? Let's get into it.
And I believe that this went on for a few days. And it was just really weird because she always answered her work phone. I thought it was really strange that she wasn't answering her phone. She was MIA. I didn't know what the deal was. So I ended up reaching out to one of her colleagues. And when I finally got hold of one of her colleagues, they told me that she's dead. And I said, what? And she said, yes, she's dead. And I said, well, what do you mean she's dead? You know, what happened to her? This is just a beautiful, young, seemingly healthy 28-year-old woman. I was told that she didn't have any health issues, you know, and it was very shocking to hear. And her colleague did not know what happened to her or how she died or why she died, but all she knew is that she was dead. So obviously when I heard this, it was very troublesome. and disturbing to find out that this woman who possibly was going to give me an exclusive story on her affair with one of the most powerful rappers in the world, that's very disturbing, and it certainly is very convenient for Jay-Z, isn't it, that she died. So after this happened, I did not have a good feeling about it. My gut told me that something very sinister was going on. And I told my boss what happened. And I told him, there seems to be a lot of red flags surrounding her death. And I think that this could be a potential murder. And that's a big story, obviously. And I really wanted to pursue this story. And my boss kind of discouraged me from pursuing it. And he said that, the magazine wasn't interested in pursuing it, which I died. And that was it. And so at the time when this happened, I just want to explain to you guys that in 2010 and 2011, everybody was getting their gossip and their celebrity news from magazines such as Star, with what ended up in these magazines, because if a bombshell story comes out about any celebrity in any of these magazines, they know that it's going to get picked up a lot of places and it's just going to go really, really far. So when this story came out, and then I found out, or when I was working on this story, and then I found out that Kathy died under suspicious circumstances, in the back of my head, I'm thinking, okay, if she did have another family member go on the record, but she didn't go on the record. So the story's going to have a lot more weight if the woman making the claims goes on the record, right? So that would be a big problem for Jay-Z and Beyonce and their publicists and their whole PR persona, right? Here's another thing that happened around this time. Beyonce was pregnant at this time. Now, when I first started talking to Kathy, I did not know that Beyonce was pregnant. And for years, so many people were talking about, when is she going to get pregnant? When is she going to have a baby? That was something that her fans were very, 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 very interested in, right? And when I was talking to Kathy, I didn't know, not only at the time that she was pregnant, I also didn't know that her team was behind the scenes crafting a massive publicity stunt to announce her pregnancy. And as many of you know, when she announced that she was pregnant, she did it at the VMAs. She did a performance. At the end of the performance, she showed her belly, which clearly showed that she was pregnant, because it looked like she had a pregnant belly. And that was the biggest story ever back then. Oh my gosh, Beyonce's pregnant finally. And wow, she announced it at the VMAs during a performance. And, that was all very, very carefully crafted by her PR people. Because when a celebrity is pregnant, fans go crazy. And the celebrity and their PR team can ride that wave to get positive press during the entire pregnancy, and then when the baby's born. Some of the biggest cover stories that sell the best for the magazines back then were, baby stories. The first, I was told, that he was, in with law enforcement, in with coroners, and I was actually explained in detail how easy it is for someone like Jay-Z to get away with murder if he wants to. And I was told that, someone like Jay-Z has coroners in their back pockets, like I said, law enforcement, and I was told how people like him and Diddy will pay people like coroners and members of law enforcement off. Sometimes not that much money, to do whatever they asked them to do. So I was told that for probably just a few $1,000s, someone like Jay-Z can pay a coroner, that amount of money and say, hey, please list this as something besides, a murder.
Okay, guys, it's important. I hope I'm not too loud, but it's important to know that this documentary was done way before all of this came out with Diddy and Cassie. If I'm not mistaken, it was a few years ago. So, how do you guys feel about that? Okay, Chris, I would definitely be doing some panels because I would love to talk to you guys because I be feeling like I just be talking to myself. But anyways, this was way before Diddy, the hotel footage came out. And the main question people were asking was, how was this caught on camera? And we are just now seeing this. This happened in 2016 and it's 2024 and we're just now seeing this. So this was way before the video was released. And she is saying that these men have access to money to be able to, pay a coroner that's probably making, I don't know, at the most $30 an hour. Let's just say at the most. I don't even know if it's that much. But pay them a good 50 ball and they're going to put whatever, money speaks. We know that the people that holds these power, money speaks. Now, well, I know your name Nusi, but your name on here is Chris. Maybe you should change it to Nusi. Anyways, yes. So, the theory on TikTok is that maybe the queen did it and the king hid it. Because obviously if he was giving this woman positions of power, he cared for her. And when you go back and look at these lyrics here, your arrogance disturbed my solitude. Now I ripped your dress and you're all black and blue. Look what you made me do. I'm the furthest thing from holy. If you cross me, I'm just like my father. I am colder than Titanic water. The name of the song is called Daughter. This is verse 1. Another theory that's going around is that Beyonce is releasing this 3-part series, the 3 acts. So act 3 is coming up. That with everything that's going on with P. Diddy, that Miss B might be ready to let it loose on Jay. I think that Beyonce has a lot of, she knows a lot. What does this tie in with P. Diddy? So the story goes as follows, according to Miss Bella, the psychic, is that Kim Porter was telling a lot of people about this book that she was going to release. And one of those people were allegedly Beyonce. Now, this is just coming from Miss Bella speaking to a spirit. So if you know anything about the spirit world, we have a realm of information. What I believe is that, all of our thoughts and experiences and all those things go there, and then you can channel that information from there. So I don't know if she was talking directly. I do think that people are able to speak directly. Don't get me wrong, but there is information, I think. So anyways, according to this psychic, she allegedly told Beyonce, and Beyonce allegedly told her man about the Tell All book, and allegedly Jay-Z went back and told him about the book, and that's when that happened. Now, Kim Porter died in 2018. Miss Kathy died in 2010, 2011. So people feel like that Jay-Z is even more sinister than P. Diddy. Now, I like Jay-Z. I do. I like Jay-Z. I feel like I can relate to him a lot, and people look at him a certain type of way for moving the way that he moved and cutting people off and all of that. These celebrities came into the game in the 90s, some 80s, early 2000s. Guys, times were different then. Doesn't make it right. times were different then. One thing about it, you had to protect your image. That was during the time where celebrities were up here, they were hush hush, and the little people were fishing for details about them. So I can very much see this couple not wanting a mistress to come out. Nowadays, if a mistress was to come out, the public is so open, we're going to find a way to support the celebrities. Guys, what do you think about Miss Crockett and the allegations about that? Now, as far as Beyonce not being pregnant with Blue, that's out the window. I actually have a tweet that I saved of someone who worked with Beyonce and said that he worked with her during that time and he could verify that she was indeed pregnant with Blue Ivy. And you know, everything else. But for me personally, I do think Beyonce was pregnant with Blue Ivy. Let's give Miss B a break here. But Miss Crockett doesn't stop there. Miss Crockett also recently reached out. She is coming for, shout out to Newport News, Virginia. I've never been to Virginia. And we have Miss, oh my God. Please don't beat me up. Miss Elise Isala. Ayala. We're going to have to do a lesson. But she's tuning in with me from Newport News, Virginia. And thank you. And let me know. Let me go back. Yes. So you are the woman who said that you did a report on Kim Porter. And you always wanted to, with your marketing degree, and you wanted to intern with her at the Three Brown Girls Legacy. That is so cool. And I understand that, you know, things happen before you were able to, but it's so cool that you were able to actively report on her while she was alive and you were able to study her legacy. I appreciate you and your efforts as another brown girl in marketing and media. I understand how hard that it is, and especially during these times. Lucy, stop. So I understand how hard it is to find someone that you actually respect in the industry, especially someone like Kim Porter, because everyone who has been around Kim Porter advocates for her and said that she was an amazing person. So shout out to you for being the pioneer that you are. Unfortunately, we are here, but I think it's going to turn around. So let's get back to the topic, because I told you, you know, the Taylor Port be doing what it's doing. So Ms. Liz Crockett, the one who just did this whole thing, she's not stopping there. She has a vendetta against Jay-Z. She really feel like Jay-Z ruined her moment to get this story, because this is the thing. Whenever you have people who have a strong cause, a lot of time the base of that is self-serving. They have something that they lost for themselves for them to advocate hard for. And I truly think that this was her big break, her big story, and she felt overshadowed by it. Jay-Z probably has something to do with it, but I also think that her motivation is from the fact that she missed her big story due to Jay-Z. So since then, she has reached out to the mother and the son of Jay's, the son of Jay-Z and the mother. We have been hearing this story for years, guys. Back when me and my child's father was together, he said that he dated somebody who knew a woman, or I'm guessing this woman. I'm gonna have to ask him, but who knew the woman who had a baby by Jay-Z and who was paid off, and said that she can't stand him. She don't talk about him. She hates him because of that. But she did take the money. So Miss Crocker reached out to this lady, and they came with the tea, and the son told the story of how Jay-Z and his mother met, and she was 16 years old at the time that Jay-Z was 22, and that is probably why the baby is pushed on to the side. Let's get into it.
That she met Jay-Z,
yes,
and had intercourse with him. How old was she?
I would say I think she was about 16, 17, or 16, just turning 16 or 17. I know it was one of them.
And Jay-Z was what age?
I wouldn't happen to know. I think he was in his 20s?
I read 22.
So Jay-Z was allegedly sinking around with Wanda, who went by Carmel and Precious in 1992. Wanda was 16 and in high school. Jay-Z was 22. Now this comes from Daily Mail, guys. Again, I don't create the news. I just report it. I am the person that be sipping my Taylor Port reading. So this is the thing, guys. I read in my spare time. All I do is read. I'm a reader. I'm resourceful. I don't report this. I don't create this. So if you got a problem with me, you might as well go to the Daily Mail because they reported this. They do the hard work.
Oh yeah.
I think I read 22, but he was in his 20s.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Do y'all think this is Jay-Z's son? I'm loud. This is Jay-Z's son, bro. What y'all think? He do got his daddy nose now. He do got his daddy nose. Let's get back into it.
Yes, I wouldn't happen to know his age, but 22, I'm pretty sure if they put that out there, then
Yeah.
that's what his age was.
Right.
Yeah.
So I just want to point out to our audience that Jay-Z having sex with a minor would make that child rape because she was underage at the time. And then furthermore, the fact that he took her from one state to another
It'd be
state.
trafficking. Okay, so she was 16. It was illegal if you're not 17. Even if they agree to participate. Statutory rape.
I imagine would be in a violation of state trafficking laws.
Wow.
So moving forward,
Guys, I told you, this lady is out for blood with Jay-Z. So if what they're saying is true, if the lady was in fact 16 and Jay-Z, and she actually traveled to different states, at that time, Jay-Z could have been charged with statutory plus trafficking. If it's true. Let's get to the next part of the video where the mother speaks out, and the mother talks about how some thugs pulled up at her house and how Jay-Z and Beyonce has been taunting them in songs. In this particular song she spoke about, I do remember it. I know the whole album front and back. I'm one of them. Let's get into it real quick.
Beyonce thing came when a friend of mine who knew her, somebody in her camp,
okay,
and she said something supposedly, this is all hearsay,
okay,
about regarding saying Ramir needs to go away little boy, something to that effect. There was something out there
Right.
with this song they made. And then next thing I know, somebody was at my property. Somebody came to my property in the evening time and had a conversation about trying to get in through the back door. I heard them.
So the lyric in her song, do you remember the name of the song?
I don't. So there was two songs. One, Ramir, help me with this.
It's
The first-
hurt. I think one is Heard About Us.
Let me tell you the lyrics in that song. I know it. He said, Billie Jean in his prime, for the 1,000th time, the kid ain't mine. Online, they call me dad, kiddingly. You're not supposed to take this dad thing literally. That's too famous. I gotta listen to that song. I ain't even gonna lie. Oh my God, I'm a bit canceled a long time ago because I love that song. Anyways, let's keep it going.
That was the one that you and Jay-Z went back on. He said something for the 99th time, the kid ain't mine, or something like that.
Talk that talk, B.
Y'all, I can't play this song. Facebook is going to delete me, so let me speed it up a little bit. Damn. Let's go back a little bit. There we go. Right here.
But in between that, supposedly there was another song that she said, go away, little boy, go away, little boy. And people around us, and other persons, I guess, blogging on YouTube felt that was also directed towards Ramir. And they said, don't be surprised if you see somebody show up at your doorstep. And 2 weeks later, somebody did. From that time, we heard it.
Now, we got to connect the dots here. She says that at the time that the song came out, when Beyonce said, go away, little boy, I'm finna find the lyrics. She said in the lyrics, allegedly Beyonce said, don't be surprised if somebody show up at your doorstep. And she said 2 weeks later, somebody showed up at her doorstep trying to get into her property to speak to her about the situation with Jay-Z and whatever. If this is true, this means that they probably do put these things in their lyrics, which goes back to these lyrics here. Do they be confessing in their lyrics? Let me find the lyrics though. Let me find the lyrics, and then I promise you I will be done with you guys for the night, so you can go outside on your bald head whole shit. Be with your man, lay up, watch Bridgerton. We're gonna talk about Bridgerton before I go to bed because I got a lot to say. Beyonce lyrics. I can't find it, unfortunately. Because now they're pulling up Baby Boy, and I just don't think Baby Boy had anything to do with that. Let's finish the video.
Right.
This whole case crazy.
Right. I mean, it could be a coincidence, may not be. Who knows?
Yo,
but
you kind of look like
saying
Jay from the
that
song.
she's a big part of the problems for him, and some of the things that she was doing, a woman would not. She would have some sort of role in what her husband does, and if she was secure with herself and with the situation, not saying you gotta like it,
right?
She would help her husband handle it,
right?
Because this is a black community. This is a black man. Yeah. Ramir's black, and then you have black people. And I'm not trying to be funny, y'all. I love black people. Yeah. Out there doing stuff against your own color in the civil rights department and in the legal system.
Can't lie. She was spitting. She was spitting, and I agree with her. She is saying that if Beyonce was secure within herself and within her position, that she would let her husband handle that. She would not have been in the mix in between. Now, what I find interesting about that is that this sounds very similar to Nicki and her husband. These women of power who their man is involved in something and they come and step in to defend and protect because you're protecting their brand. Now, I've never met Beyonce, although in my mind I feel like I met her, and I do love her. Beyonce is a Virgo. One thing about Virgo women in love, they are next level Delulu. I'm a Leo and I'm Delulu. Let's get it right. I'm very Delulu when I'm in love. I'm Delulu, like you can't tell me nothing. I have to make up my mind to believe it. And I'm very defensive over my people. But I'm one of those defensive people that behind closed doors, I'm going to tell you you're wrong. And I'm going to let you make your decision. And if you're rocking, I'm rolling sometimes. Beyonce is the type that she's just 100% Delulu. You can't tell her nothing about her man, as she shouldn't. So at this time, you know, where she's at right now, she's married. She is married. They have a family. They have $1 billion empire. The only thing that Beyonce has publicly spoken about is him cheating on her. And that is something that a Virgo takes seriously because I have to get into horoscope and I don't feel like it. So this lady is saying that people showed up at her door and she feels like because Beyonce put it in the song that Beyonce sent the goons there. And she's a doctor. This lady is educated. Anyways, what do you guys think of that? Do you think that there's any truth to those claims? Do you think that B&J really pulled the goons up to the, you know what I'm saying? Do you think that really happened? All right, guys. Was that everything? Let's make sure.
Beyonce thing came when.
Yep, that is it. Woo, y'all, we is done. A good hour of some tea. Now, let me know. I'm just moving the whole screen around. Guys, let me know what you think below. Of course, as always, this video will be up. If you missed it, it will be up for you to view it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you got any more tea, any more resources, send it to me. Be sure to check out Just Jaynisha, the blog where I be writing. I do have another writer. We, the platform, have another writer. So she writes as well. And I'm very excited for what we have in store for us this year. Now, whenever I get the manpower, I would like to have a podcast. Whenever I have somebody to do the thinking for me, I will have a podcast. And we could talk about these things more. One thing about it, I gets to the bottom of it. Nucy says you can't play with the Hive, them fans be Delulu. And is. Cause it's like, yeah, I am huge fans of artists, but I'm never a part of the cult. I'm never a part of the thingy. I'm just never a part of that. But I be a diehard fan over the people. Beyonce, Rihanna, Kanye West, Drake, and J. Cole. Diehard fans over them guys. I love them. Absolutely love them. And one thing that I have learned over the years of just living and learning is that all of these artists, all of these celebrities play the game. They all play the game. They all play the game. You know, they may be more innocent than others, but they got to play the game in order to win. Guys, we're going to talk about Moneybagg and Big 30. We're going to do that another time because we're supposed to have a little co-host. Maybe he can come on and we can talk about something else. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with me. I am so thankful for each and every one of you, whether you're here live with me or whether you're viewing it. Whether you scroll past my post or whether you interact. Guys, I thank you guys so much. And every time I get on live, I feel like I got to explain myself. So, guys, this is just another way of living for me. I don't live and breathe these artists, y'all. I be saying that artists don't pay my bills. They don't pay me directly, but this does feed me and my son. So I do appreciate each and every one of you guys for tuning in with me, for rocking with me. Whether you commenting and you don't agree, whether you commenting and you coming at my neck, I appreciate each and every one of you because I could not do this without you guys. That may be a lie. I can't say I couldn't do this without you, but I couldn't keep going the way that I am without you guys. You know, thank you guys for tuning in. This is my first live in about dang near 2 months, maybe longer. So I'm very happy to be here today. Let me know what you guys want to talk about next in the comments below. Give me all of your thoughts, all of your opinions. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. If I'm delulu about these artists that I love, let me know because I have a habit of being delulu. Thank you guys so much. Tune in. Make sure you subscribe to my blog. Subscribe to my YouTube. We're going up on YouTube. My blog actually have a YouTube as well. What else I got? Shop my Amazon favorite looks. I'm gonna be updating that because I just haven't. Send me some stars if you rock with me as well. Thank you guys. It's Saturday night. We're finna be outside. I'm finna be in the bed, but we're finna be outside and we're gonna have a great weekend. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.